What is going on, guys? It is Wrestlelamia here, back with some more news. Join us now as we look at the wildest news stories and rumors you need to know, including the real reason an ex-superstar committed attempted murder, Scott Hall hospitalized, AEW star Furious was removed, an NXT star takes a scary bump, Paige Furious with WWE, and much more. Be sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell for daily wrestling videos, and follow us on Facebook for exclusive lists. Now let's hit the intro and get straight into our first story. Our first story looks at the real reason an ex-WWE superstar committed attempted murder. Topping today's news is a huge update on the case involving Cain Velasquez allegedly shooting a man on 28th February. According to the Mercury News, South Bay mixed martial arts star Cain Velasquez was arrested Monday on suspicion of attempted murder after he allegedly shot at a man who was recently charged with molesting a close relative of Velasquez, according to multiple sources and court records. Velasquez, a highly decorated MMA star and former WWE superstar, has turned down requests for interviews and is currently being held without bail. The Mercury News provided more background on what allegedly happened. Court records and sources with close knowledge of the case have described a sequence that began last week after Velasquez's relative reported being molested by a man at a home daycare in San Martin. The relative's relationship to Velasquez is unknown, as is the child's identity due to regulations protecting a minor and possible abuse victim. However, there were more details on the individual who was allegedly shot and how things may have transpired. The accused man, 43-year-old Harry Eugene Galat, lives at home that hosts a daycare business run by his mother, according to a criminal complaint that charged Galat with one felony account of a lewd and lascivious act with a child under the age of 14. Galat was arraigned Friday, and a judge granted him supervised release over objections from the Santa Clara County District's Attorney Office. 3 days later, at about 3:15 p.m. Monday, Velasquez allegedly opened fire at a car carrying Galat, his stepfather, and at least one other person. The stepfather was hit at least once and is expected to survive. This case is in its initial stage, and you can be certain that more details will emerge over time. For now, members of the MMA community, including those who trained at Velasquez's American Kickboxing Academy, are still trying to wrap their heads around the shocking shooting. For example, one of Cain's students commented, "We're all fighters, and I know what you see on television is us beating people up, but we're humble, and Cain Velasquez has always been a humble guy, in defeat and victory. I've never seen him once in my entire life ever throw a fit ever once, not once a tantrum, nothing. He's not an angry guy at all. Well, in all seriousness, when somebody molests a child, and especially when it's one of your relatives, there's no holding back, to be honest. I say free the man." Next up, Scott Hall hospitalized. A bad news to report concerning 63-year-old Scott Hall, as wrestling's bad guy is reportedly dealing with a fractured hip, the result of him taking a nasty fall. Hall's friend Jerry Jarrett posted the news on Facebook saying, "Just got off the phone with my friend Scott Hall. He fell and broke his hip, and he's in the hospital. Prayers will help him recover." The two-time WWE Hall of Famer was scheduled to appear at WrestleCon during WrestleMania 38, but we send our best wishes to Mr. Hall for a fast and full recovery. Next up is Ricochet finally getting a push. As current SmackDown superstar Ricochet finally getting the push fans have been asking for over the last few years. The former US champion hasn't had much success since dropping the belt to AJ Styles in 2019, but the high-flying superstar's recent win over Sheamus on the 18th February SmackDown led to talk that the 33-year-old speedster's luck may be changing for the better. Indeed, PW Insider's Mike Johnson recently reported, "We have some readers ask why Ricochet got such a big push last week. There's a very good explanation for that. Currently, he's slated as the number 2 singles babyface for the entire SmackDown brand internally, behind only Drew McIntyre. Before anyone asks, New Day as well as Shinsuke Nakamura are listed as part of tag teams internally. However, as fans have seen Ricochet line up a few wins only to fall down the WWE ladder note, the talented tumbler's biggest problem has been getting a consistently strong push." Ringside News' Steve Carrier commented on the situation, tweeting, "We've received questions about Ricochet's current push in WWE. This is what we were told. He's having a good week. This week. Also, we were told we've been down this road before. Let's see if it lasts. Take that as you will. Nothing lasts forever in WWE, especially pushes." But while nothing lasts forever, Ricochet's push was so short-lived that fans wonder why the undeniable gifted superstar just can't break out of WWE's lower echelon. What do you think of the reasons for Ricochet's problems getting pushed are, and is there hope for him in the WWE? Let us know in the comments down below. Next up, an AEW star's Furious, he was removed. Mixed reports coming in concerning Chavo Guerrero's status with All Elite Wrestling. Chavo, who had been working with Andrade until his client attacked him, was reportedly written off television in order for him to appear in the season 2 of Young Rock. However, a fan brought it to Chavo's attention that he was no longer on the AEW roster, leading to the following tweet. News to me, retweet AEW metrics reporting a fact. Chavo Guerrero Jr. is no longer listed on the official AEW roster page. Chavo tweeted about his absence from the AEW roster but later deleted the tweet. That's news to me. I guess having Tony Khan tell me to go film Young Rock Season 2 and my job will be waiting for me when I'm done didn't mean much. I wonder how Tony will respond back. Maybe say his wrestling wasn't good enough. It's currently unknown what Chavo's status is in AEW, but it bears repeating that Tony Khan has not renewed everyone's contracts in the company, leading to speculation that he was trimming AEW's ginormous roster. Whether this is what has happened to Chavo remains to be seen. Next up, an NXT star takes a scary bump. A scary situation took place on this week's edition of NXT as one of the show's female performers was stretchered out in what looks to be a real-life bump. Wrestling News' Paul Davis recently wrote, Amari Miller was taken out on a stretcher during a commercial break. Miller wrestled Lash Legend during tonight's NXT 2.0 broadcast. According to PW Insider, WWE personnel were checking on Miller. Miller tweeted #concussion, but it's unknown if she suffered a concussion or initially expressing concern she may have been concussed. She did note the precautions she was advised to take. Doctors normally like you to stay awake because people have passed away just falling asleep because they go brain dead if that's severe. Just depends. Miller tweeted her thanks to the fans for their well wishes, saying, "Much love to everyone that had reached out. We're gonna keep on moving. And we'll continue following the situation and send our well wishes for a speedy recovery." Next up, Paige Furious with WWE. A former WWE superstar Paige has taken to social media to express her outrage that fans won't be able to play her in the upcoming wrestling simulator 2K22. Paige, who had been a playable character in the game's 2015 to 2020 versions, tweeted, "Yo WWE games, where the F am I?" Paige wasn't finished as she also questioned the absence of other female wrestlers. Wait, there's no Zelina Vega, Doudrop, Bella Twins either? WWE games, is there a part 2 roster? While some fans believe Paige could end up in future DLC packs, other fans are concerned Paige's absence could be a sign that WWE plans on releasing her soon. Although Paige has repeatedly said she's training for a comeback, she hasn't done anything on television in some time, and the promotion may feel they have no further use for her. What do you guys think? Is Paige on the WWE chopping block? Will she and other wrestlers such as Doudrop appear in future content or future endeavors? Let us know in the comments down below. And finally, Hulk Hogan announces divorce. And last but not least, Hulk Hogan has announced a change in his relationship status. The Immortal One tweeted, "Yo maniacs, just for the record, the Facebook and Instagram posts are of me and my girlfriend Sky. I'm officially divorced. Sorry, I thought everyone already knew. Love my maniacs for life." For those keeping track, this is the Hulkster's second divorce, 2 less than his good friend Nature Boy Ric Flair, who is divorced 4 times and recently announced he's parted ways with partner Wendy Barlow. As for the details of Hogan's divorce, the New York Post noted, Hogan paid McDaniels a one-time lump sum cash and bought her a new car in the divorce, TMZ reports. The amount is not listed in the legal documents. The exes agreed to a non-disparagement clause according to the divorce papers, which prevents both parties from talking about the relationship without approval from the other. Hogan's new girlfriend is a lovely blonde named Sky Daly, and apparently Hulk is following the adage that the best way to get over someone is to get under someone. Congratulations to the 12-time world champion on his new chapter in his life. But there you have it folks, the biggest news stories and rumors you need to know. Be sure to leave your comments down below, and I'll see you next time with some more wrestling content.